So, a lot of times I get this question from women who are in my Soul Love Method course or women I've worked with to help them manifest their soulmates. And we use a tool called the Love List. So you can find more videos about the Love List here on my channel. But one of the big questions that I get from my private clients and my course students is my love list too long? Am I canceling out my manifesting efforts by asking for this impossibly long, laundry list of qualities in someone? So I wanted to talk about that today. So I'm Carissa, and I help high vibe women heal their hearts and attract new love. So, if you have ever tried your hand at writing a love list, you probably fall into one of these two categories. Either A, you start out and you don't really have any idea what you're writing, and so your list is super short. Or B, you've listed pages and pages and pages of stuff, and now you're starting to really worry that you're asking for way too much and that like the person you're describing is impossible and there's just no way for this person to come into your life because it's just too much. You're just asking for too much. So let me know in the comments which one is you. I'd love to hear which one it was you. Today we're talking about B. We're talking about what to do if you've listed pages and pages of stuff and then you're worried if you're asking for too much. If you have no idea what to write and your love list is super short, then that's what I talk about in my Soul Love Method course. It's one of the things that I talk about over there. So you can find out more info about that at soullovemethod.com. So, what do you do if you've got too much stuff on your love list? How long should it actually be? It should be long enough to cover these 4 areas equally. First, you want to talk about family. Now, in the family section, that's where you talk about the kind of relationship that you want to have with your soulmate's family and that you want your soulmate to have with your family. If you've got kids, this is the place where you talk about the relationship you want your soulmate to have with your kids and your kids to have with your soulmate. This is where you talk about if you don't have kids and you want to have kids, this is where you talk about that in your love list. So you'll see things in that love list, that portion of your love list, like he is as committed to becoming a parent as I am. You'll see those kinds of things in that section. So that's where you talk about family in that first section. The next section is about money. And a lot of the time we regard money as sort of a taboo subject, especially women. We think we're not allowed to ask for a partner who is financially well off because we think that makes us gold diggers. And if that's the case, you will probably want to check out my video, which I'm going to put the link to up here, about can you manifest love if you are broke? Or can you manifest a wealthy partner if you are broke? So you can check that out. So in the money section of your love list, you're just going to want to talk about things like how much money you have together as a household, what types of things that you like to spend your money on, the feeling that you have of being financially secure together, the process that you have about how you make decisions with your money and what you decide to invest in and all those kinds of things. And then sort of like habits that you have together, like we love to travel, we love to entertain, any kind of habits or hobbies that you want to have in this relationship together that would involve money or involve an investment. Talk about that under money. The next section of your love list is where you cover physical attributes of this person and also your physical relationship with this person. So this is the place where if certain physical things are important to you, like he needs to be taller than me, I want him to have this color hair, whatever the thing is, that's where you talk about that in the physical section. But also that's where you talk about things like physical affection, like if you like to be hugged and cuddled a lot, those kinds of things, you'll put that all under the physical section. And of course, that's where you will describe your sexual relationship and all of the different qualities that would make that the most satisfying for you. The fourth section is spirituality. And here is where a lot of people skimp, and you really want to cover these 4 areas equally. So you don't want to have 15 things under family, 15 things under money, 15 things under physical, and 3 things under spiritual. A lot of times This is easier if you're raised in some type of like an organized religion. If you're raised in a religion that has a specific set of beliefs, where like you can go to their website and just go to their set of beliefs and like, we believe this about God, we believe this about family, we believe this about whatever, then you can put that under the spirituality section, because you can say, I believe this and my soulmate believes this. And it's much easier. If you're spiritual but not religious, you're going to have a trickier time, but it is so necessary and worthwhile for you to invest in getting some clarity about what you want and what you are asking for in terms of your partner's spiritual qualities. And one example that you can do is you can just say, this is what I believe about God or the divine, and this is what my partner believes as well. So you can say, I believe I like to refer to the divine as the creator of all that is, and so does my partner. I believe that the creator of all that is pure love, and so does my partner. Whatever it is whatever your beliefs are about your spirituality, what you believe is good, what the purpose of being here is, what your what you're here to learn, what you're here to do, how you treat other people, and how that matters. Those are all things that you would want to have under spirituality. So if you don't have an equal amount in each area, revisit those and make sure that you're doing that so that you can be crystal clear. The universe loves specificity. So when you see some of my other videos with clients where they're talking about manifesting their soulmates, one of the things that they dove really deeply into is clarity about what they wanted about the qualities that they wanted in their partner. So it matters. It's important to take the time and get specific. Sometimes with spirituality, people think it's very tolerant to just say, I am accepting of all beliefs. But the thing about it is Satanism okay to you then? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But if you haven't been, if you are not putting thought into it, you may be opening the door for something that you actually don't want to have. Scientology, you might not be cool with Scientology. What if they worship Zoltar? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know. So you really need to take the time to be specific. It's very, very important. Anything else other than that is miscellaneous, and it's great to have, but these 4 areas are absolutely necessary. Part of the reason these 4 areas are so necessary is because these 4 areas are not just like, oh, it would be nice to have these things in a partner. These are tenets of compatibility. These are areas that define and determine compatibility. And if people get divorced, it is usually because of a problem in one or more of these 4 areas. It's not because he doesn't have a great sense of humor, and we like the same music or whatever the thing is. Those things are great, but those things are miscellaneous. These 4 areas are the basis and foundation of compatibility. So when you're writing your love list, it's really important to cover these 4. So a long love list is not a problem. A list that is not specific or that doesn't cover the 4 areas, either of those things, that's a problem. So for more tips on how to heal your heart and attract new love, then subscribe. And remember that self-love is the best love. So put your healing first, love yourself first, love yourself best, and all other forms of love will flow to you. Take care.